What's up les gamers, c'est Chassassin, et aujourd'hui on va react au trailer de l'update de Control. Bon, dans cette vidéo je vais pas beaucoup parler, mais c'est normal, c'est parce qu'il y a déjà la vidéo en fond. Bon là du coup, là on voit on dirait Hot and Cold qui est rework, c'est même sûr. Donc là il y a les scientifiques qui travaillent. Il y a même le modèle du contrôle, très stylé d'ailleurs. Donc là du coup on voit Zioles. On dirait un peu la Alosai, non? Donc là du coup là c'est Ouzot je pense. Ouais c'est Ouzot. De toute façon j'ai déjà vu le trailer, mais je vais faire comme si j'avais jamais vu le trailer. Mais en fait j'ai déjà vu. Oui, là il y a la mafia, là, je sais pas ce qu'ils font dans Blox Free. Ils sont arrachés, c'est logique. Quand il était censé y avoir des manifestants, hein, mais faut croire que là il y en a plus. Contre eux on dirait vraiment la Alosai. Du moins pour moi, c'est la Alosai. Par contre l'animation elle est banger, hein. C'est abusé.
Almost done.
C'est toujours très stylé, hein, je le redis encore. Okay, ouais, donc là il se prépare à aller voler le contrôle. Donc on voit les scientifiques qui travaillent. Par contre il est très stylé le modèle du contrôle, hein, c'est... Oh, il est en train de les tabasser. C'est son fils. Vous êtes prêt à voir le disrespect? Regarde comment il chope le père, il le respecte même pas. Ok, donc là il vient de manger le fruit du contrôle. Du coup il y a Ziol et Z qui vont l'attaquer. J'aime bien le lore qu'ils font Blox Free là, c'est très stylé. Le TP. Frère, c'est trop stylé, je mange l'animation tellement il est stylé. Par contre, dites-moi en commentaire si pour vous ça c'est la Alosai. C'est-à-dire en parlant de DP, on voit aussi les dagues du contrôle. Par contre, très stylé les sound effects aussi. En tout cas, j'aimerais bien que ce soit un rework de la Alosai. Elle le mérite. On dirait un peu une extension du territoire quand même. C'est très stylé. Et encore les sound effects, je le redis, c'est trop bien. Ouais, il a refait un remake de GJK là. Sauf que là il y a 2 Gojo. Donc là du coup on voit l'Assien, bon je sais pas trop où sont passés les autres îles. Donc on voit My Game. Donc là ils veulent acheter le dragon. Je crois que My Game... Enfin, non, qu'est-ce que je raconte? Kid Gaming. Kid Gaming n'a pas d'argent. Par contre, est-ce que c'est un rework des affiches de prime? Peut-être, hein. On sait pas. C'est qui lui? Ça se voit, lui, c'est l'antagoniste principal de Blox. Quand on a aussi vu le Rumble User et le Gravity là. Là, qu'on voit My Game. Il est en train de tabasser ses alliés. Est-ce que c'est le fruit Oni ou est-ce que c'est le fruit Pain? Oh, Ripinra, il est tellement stylé là, Ripinra. Il va nous sortir le Célestial, regardez. Alors, regardez ce flow. Regardez ce flow.
Oh my god, did y'all just peep that insane trailer? Holy! Oh my god. Belku cooked. Everything in that trailer was peak. Me and Uzak got pieced up by the new control boss. Man, we got sauced up. Oh yeah, my voice acting was a bit chopped, but nah, that video carried everything. It looks like Blox is starting to add more lore to the game because at the end of the trailer itself as well, we got My Game 43, aka Redhead. He got mad at Uzak. Then we got Rip Indra. He got mad at me. And we got some new faces as well. Yeah, this is about to be crazy. That was peak. All right, and now let's get into what you guys have been really waiting for, the control rework. Being able to reshape the battlefield by cutting, creating, and manipulating the space itself is what the rework is all about.
Bon, du coup, à partir de là, je vais vous laisser seul avec Ziolès, avec son showcase, et quand j'aurai à intervenir, j'interviendrai.
These daggers can temporarily be summoned and used as deadly blades. Let me show you right now. Okay, so these are the M1s outside of the domain, and when you use them outside of the domain, they still behave like typical weapon M1s or like mythical fruit M1s. Plus they look fire. Just peep the animation, peep the VFX. Yeah, that's cold. Next up, we got the X move outside of the domain. The player dashes to the enemy to stun them and then throws their dagger back towards the enemy with an automatic slashing effect.
Bon, vous allez voir, quasiment tous les moves de contrôle sont bien pour combo.
Tell me that's not gas. Alright, and now we have the C move outside of the domain. You throw your dagger in a spinning motion, cutting down enemies and certain objects in your path. It also returns to you like a boomerang while pulling your enemy closer to yourself. And then last but not least, we have the F skill, which is basically the same move while you have your domain open or closed. You throw your dagger towards your current mouse position and teleport straight to it. But if you land your F move, it's a different story. Once you land your F move, you start cutting up your enemy as soon as your dagger lands on them. Keep it right now. Yes, sir. All right, and now for the most important part of the control rework, the Z move. Tap the Z move to open your gigantic domain. And peep the visuals on it. It looks so much better than before. The upgrade is insane. And then by holding the Z move, you can close it as well. And once you have your domain open, the real fun is gonna start. You have two different modes you gain access to. One is the hands mode and one is the daggers mode. The hands mode purpose is for creating and controlling the battlefield. Y'all are gonna see it once I showcase it. And meanwhile, the dagger mode is meant for cutting and execution. And to switch between the modes, you have to tap the Z ability while you're inside of your domain, which is also indicated by some special VFX as you can see. All right, and while you're inside of your own domain, all of your movement related animations are changed as well. So peep the idle animation right now, it's looking mad clean. The dashes are mad fire too, they got changed as well. And the jump animation looks fire too. Not only that, but your flash step also has a cool feature now. Whenever you flash step, the location you land at will spawn a pillar right below you. That's gonna launch you straight in the air for extra movement. Yes, sir. All right, so just so you guys know, just like the old control fruit, a lot of the crazier buildings on C3 can't be cut up. The Blox devs are waiting on the new Roblox tools that are gonna allow them to make the cutting on the fruit even more crazy sometime next year. For now, I'm only showing off the cutting this fruit has to offer on the Sea Castle. But when Roblox releases their new tools, the devs can expand the cutting and make this fruit even crazier. Let's get into the M1s now for the dagger mode. By swiping your mouse, you're gonna cause a massive slash spanning over the entire screen. You can either hold it or quickly slash too. And then once you cut an object, it's gonna make it float and you can cut it into even more tiny pieces afterwards.
Moi, ce que j'espère avec ces M1, c'est qu'ils seront faciles à éviter, qu'ils feront pas beaucoup de dégâts, ou alors qu'on pourra pas les spam comme Ziol le fait en ce moment, car sinon ça va être trop broken en PvP.
Actually crazy. Look at it right now. It looks peak. Yes, sir. Now for the C move. You basically release a barrage of 3 slashes towards your mouse position. If you spread out your slashes, you create a multitude of AoE slashes. But if you use them all in the same position, the slashes expand into a massive AoE. Just like you can see right here. That was just a dagger mode. we still have to showcase the hands mode right now. All right, so let's start off with the M1s. By tapping M1, you create giant cubes. And the more you tap, the more you create. And by holding the M1, you increase the size of the cubes you spawn in. You can either throw them one by one or all at once. It don't matter. Alright, so next up we have the X move. You send a powerful shockwave in front of you. If you hit an enemy with it though, you start piecing them up with a bunch of boulders and slam them towards the ground afterwards. But if you didn't hit anybody with it, don't worry about it. You still throw a bunch of boulders at your current mouse position that do a lot of damage. Next up, we do have the C move, which is also really cool. Once you press it, you pull down the hexagons from your domain's walls and launch them towards your mouse position. You do a good bit of damage too, and it looks sick. Here's some other cool features this fruit has. Once you have your domain open, you can walk on water, dash on water, it doesn't matter. If you leave your domain, you can also bring your domain with you. And once you leave your domain and you tap Z outside of it, your domain goes to your current position. Tell me that's not fire. Next up, we got the V move. I don't really gotta explain this one since it's very similar to the previous version. However, it did get a crazy visual upgrade. Just look at how sick it looks. I definitely do not want to get hit by this move whatsoever because the devs, I don't know, they were going crazy with this move. Now, if you hold the B move, it's a whole different story because it triggers this insane cinematic right here. Go peep it right now. Go peep. Yo. Every time I see the cinematic, I get real hype. Oh my God. Yo. Oh my God. Yo, the devs really cooked with this cinematic right here. Holy. And yeah, that pretty much sums up the crazy new control rework. It has so many new abilities, so many things to do, and it's overall just a banger top tier fruit. I really had a blast testing out all the new abilities. The fruit was extremely fun to use as well, and I cannot wait for you guys to get your hands on it. I want to see nothing but W's, straight up W's in the chat.
Bon, du coup maintenant, il va parler des donjons qui vont être ajoutés dans le jeu. Et autant vous dire que c'est une petite dinguerie.
To the game. Blox is now introducing an all-new dungeon system, which is a new PvE experience similar to raids that can be played with up to 4 players. Your goal is to clear multiple floors of enemies and bosses to gain access to the all-new trinket equipment system, which I'm going to explain later on. Players will gain
Bon, du coup, pour ceux qui se demandent, je pense pas que ça va remplacer les raids.
A hub location that can be accessed in C2 or 3, or you can just access the dungeons through the new realm teleporter in the server browser that you can see right here. And similar to the raids, you're gonna have to be level 1100 or above.
Bon, par contre, pour ça, je sais pas s'il parle niveau 1100 minimum pour y participer ou pour les payer directement. Et si peut-être on pourra les faire anciens, du coup, c'est donjon.
And these buffs are fully randomized every time you play, which is going to make every run extremely fun. Keep in mind that bosses
Par contre, c'est bien parce que ce sera les premiers boss beast qu'on pourra combattre. Les premiers boss avec des transformations. Là aussi, je vous l'avais dit, c'était sûr et certain qu'on allait avoir des trucs à peu près comme ça, des artefacts, des anneaux quoi.
This menu summarizes all the buffs the player currently has equipped, so you no longer have to use the nerd NPC to find out what accessories or trinkets do. They each have 3 core attributes, which are base stats, grade, and modifiers. Each trinket has a base stat bonus players receive for having the item equipped. The grade of the trinket determines how strong of a stat bonus is given, and the modifiers are extra bonus effects that the trinket provides for the player outside of the base stats. And these stats are rare and more difficult to acquire. And here are some of the following actions that you can do with the trinkets. You can fuse trinkets together to increase their grade and make them more powerful. And you can also reforge your modifications by spending data to reroll their properties. However, this can only be done with grade 3 or higher trinkets. You can also scrap your trinkets in exchange for some data. Overall, these trinkets are a very sick addition to the game. Let me know your thoughts on them in the comment section down below and spam them W's, you feel me? All right, and next up we have something for the mobile players that should improve your gameplay experience by a lot. And I'm talking about by a lot. These include a new modern control system that will be added and can be selected from the new settings gear menu if a player is detected playing on a mobile device. One of the cool things is that it allows for you to quick cast your abilities when selected, and your player will be placed in shift lock view from now on. As you guys can see, the top bar also got redesigned for ease of access. Overall, a W change, and I hope you mobile players will enjoy them as well. All right, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to come back on Christmas, December 25th for our winter gacha and hourly free fruit event. I'll see you then.
Bon, d'ailleurs, à noter, mais ça pourrait être Oni et ça, Célestial. Mais bon, c'est qu'une théorie. Bon, d'ailleurs, à noter, mais la date, elle a été reculée. Donc, du coup, ça sortira le 23 au lieu du 25. Et ça, c'est cool.